Superheroes have been motivating people and getting them to good things for years. However, it's worth saying that the energy from watching a movie or reading a comic book doesn't last long. Therefore, I suggest that you get power from the top superhero stuff I have prepared for you today. Believe me, there will be things for every taste. So like, subscribe, and let's check them out. Our famous pseudonym, the Wolverine. Yes, of course everyone knows this character, even those who have never watched Marvel movies. And what is his main and most dangerous attribute? Right, this is his claws. These claws come in pairs, they are very comfortable to hold, you will not hurt your own hand in any way, and at the same time you will look very cool. However, keep in mind that the claws are really dangerous because they are very sharp. That's why they should be taken as seriously as possible, and avoid giving them to children cause they are not a toy. I don't know about you, but I always wondered at hoverboards before. These are the flying boards that magically float in the air. Until today, I had been thinking that the hoverboard was inaccessible to ordinary people. That this was a type of transport that could only be found in science fiction films like Spider-Man. But it turned out that I was wrong. Here is a real hoverboard with no less real person standing on it. Yes, of course, it's still not possible to fly like the Goblin from the Spider-Man, but the start has already been given and it's cool. Click the like button if you want to try flying on such a thing. Only true oldies will surely recognize this character, because I think young people don't watch Futurama now. Yes, you guessed it right, this is Bender, one of the main characters. According to the story, the robot was made in Mexico. Bender drinks large amounts of alcohol to recharge his fuel cells. When he burps, fire comes out of his mouth. He is an adventurer and loves to smoke cigars. This costume is made quite well, and with sufficient acting. It really feels like you see a character from a cartoon in front of you. And this compartment for jars of heavy drinks inside, is really cool. If you are fond of the Transformers movie series, then you will definitely like the Bumblebee Mask. He is one of the main good robots who turns into a yellow chubby Camaro and jokes all the time. The mask looks just like the real one from the movie. The eyes are beautifully illuminated there, and the coolest thing is that you can play with this backlight. In short, if you have suddenly got an idea to collect cosplay on Transformers, here is an indispensable element that can win any competition. Numerous implants make Doomfist a mobile and powerful frontline fighter. He can fire his bombard, shake the ground, throw opponents into the air and knock them off balance, as well as storm into the thick of the fight using the rocket strike. And if he encounters a group of opponents, he will not miss the chance to bring the meteor strike down on them from the sky. It's not surprising that people wanted to repeat this cool character and made such an awesome hand that looks like the original one. It's really 10 out of 10. You know, when I first watched Star Wars, I started wishing to have my own R2-D2 robot. He's such a cool assistant, just incredible. And apparently, the dude from the next video has made my dream come true. He built a crazy robot that can move, pull out a lightsaber in his arms, project a movie, and a lot of other cool things just like a real robot from the movie, I swear. I give him 10 points out of 10. All fans of Iron Man will certainly like the next little thing. This is a very original lamp that looks like Iron Man who broke through the wall and now only his head with one arm can be visible from it. Well, isn't it the most creative lamp you've ever seen, huh? Besides, it shines quite well and can also be used as a nightlight. During the day, the composition also looks cool due to the awesome exterior. And if you equip the room in this superhero style, then you will get just something incredible. I think this is the dream of every fan. I want to tell you one interesting fact. Did you know that Batman's motorcycle from The Dark Knight was sold for £260,000. The final cost of the lot was 3 times higher than the initial one. Along with the motorcycle, the buyer received a Warner Bros. Film studio certificate confirming the authenticity of the lot. At the same time, the battery, the gas tank, and controls were removed from it, and all technical fluids were drained. The motorcycle built on a custom-designed chassis. Its body panels are made of fiberglass. The cannon barrels, made of plastic and rubber, are installed on the front. There is a laser pointer unit above the right handle. The device is equipped with a 4-cylinder engine with a working volume of 747 cubic centimeters from the Honda 750 motorcycle. In total, 6 such motorcycles were produced for these 2 superhero films, and the one you have been watching all this time is actually a simple replica, although it is ideally similar to the one that was sold for more than 20 million rubles. I don't know about you, but not only the product itself is important for me, but also its exterior. What I'm getting at is that the box which came with this Buster Sword inside is simply amazing. Everything is so beautifully decorated, just perfect. If suddenly you don't know what kind of sword we are talking about, I will tell you. This is the weapon that first appeared in Final Fantasy VII, and since then has been used in other games in the Final Fantasy series. This is one of the distinctive items owned by Cloud Strife. This sword was also wielded by Zack Fair and Angel Hewley. The next suit will be easily recognized by every fan of the Metal Gear Solid universe. Gray Fox, also known as Frank Yeager, formerly known as Zero, is a mercenary with a destroyed soul as well as a damaged psyche and mind. He is the man who was fighting being a teenager and saw all the horrors of war. A person who has ceased to be a human being externally. The costume is made with an insanely high quality. Every element and every detail that you just pay attention to is made simply filigree. I just want to dress up in Grey Fox and go to some kind of a cosplay battle. I'm sure that in such a suit you will definitely take a prize. I watched you from deep behind Norman's cowardly eyes, struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose. Gods don't have to choose, we take. If you remember these Green Goblin's appeal to Spider-Man, click the like button. Yes, as you may have guessed, we will talk about the Green Goblin, who is one of the first enemies of the Spider, or rather, about the helmet that is made exactly like in the movie. There is an interesting fact. In the comics, Norman Osborn is the head of the Oscorp Corporation, who has exposed himself to some dangerous formula and has received superhuman powers and become known as the Green Goblin as a result. The Green Goblin was also a member of the Sinister Six, a group of supervillains that Spider-Man was fighting, which also included Vulture, Shocker, Scorpion, Mysterio, Chameleon, Electro, Dr. Octopus, Sandman, and the Lizard. Dr. Robert Bruce Banner is a recognized scientist in the field of biochemistry, nuclear physics, and gamma radiation. Bruce was trying to recreate the super soldier serum, which was used for Steve Rogers during the World War II and made him the superhero known as Captain America. But the experiment failed. Instead of the Vita rays that Steve Rogers was exposed to, Banner used gamma rays, and as a result, he ended up in a state of a huge creature known as the Hulk, who had superhuman strength and green, indestructible skin. The person from this video decided to tire himself out and make the Hulk out of paper. Well, you can see now what has come out of it. Be sure to write in the comments if you like this work. So you think we have already finished with Iron Man? Of course not. Here is an awesome robot that you can play with almost all day long. It has relatively small size, so it fits to any workplace. You can also connect the robot to a tablet or some other device and control it remotely. It has a lot of functions. It is not even possible to talk about each of them. Just trust me that you need to test it yourself. This robot is for 10 out of 10. General Grievous, whose real name is Kimayan Jai Shalal, is a Kalish male who was Supreme Commander of the Confederacy of Independent Systems Droid Army during the Clone Wars. Born on the planet Kali and having shown his extraordinary talent as a military leader during the Hack War, General Grievous, along with Count Dooku, Newt Gunray, and Poggle the Lesser, was one of the leaders of the Separatists. Grievous has become famous for his hatred of the Jedi, and he has personally killed over 100 of them, taking their lightsabers as trophies. But no matter how much anyone loves him and what they say, this cosplay of Grievous is excellent. Like if you have also understood how people manage to hide their legs and make them look thin like this. Since Iron Man is constantly coming up with new technologies, he needs a device that will be the center of the brain of his suits. So he has chosen a glove for this role and did not fail. The glove from the video will not allow you to control something cool, but nevertheless, with its help you can easily aim at targets and even train your accuracy. Look how cool the hand glows with the help of a laser. Isn't that amazing? Hey oldies, are there those among you who have watched Ben 10? I'm willing to bet there are guys who have. Well, then especially for you, I have repaired Ben's watch, the Omnitrix. For those who don't know, I will explain. This is an alien device created by Azimuth, which contains the DNA of creatures of different species from all over the galaxy. This allows the wearers to transform themselves into fixed forms. And yes, of course, it was with the help of the watch that Ben could reincarnate so cool. The toy displays the characters and allows you to choose the right one with the same blow on the watch as it was the legendary cartoon. I think it's very cool. Well, that's all friends, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave your like and goodbye for now.